Hello, happy Saturday. We have another Saturday food support group. It is the first week. We were done with the first week of 2023, and I'm so excited that we get to join together. I know, we got the first week done. And fortunately or unfortunately, I was on a fast this whole week, except for one steak right smack dab in the middle of the fast. And that was not fun. It was, I love to fast, but for some reason this time, it wasn't as easy for me. Usually fasts are very easy to me. So I want to hear, from you guys, what your experience has been like. But before we start that, I just want to give you guys some insight that hit me like a ton of bricks this week. I think so often we have stuff that comes at us and we feel like we are just this target. And we're just like this failed marriage and this failed job and this weight that won't go away and this random physical problem and this mental illness. And why me? Why me? Why do I look at my Facebook scroll, I look at my Instagram scroll, and I see all these other people with these beautiful, perfect little lives and their little picket fences, and they're just so darn happy. And everything is just fine. But I'm not. Why? Because you are a target. You are absolutely intentionally being targeted by the enemy. He knows how powerful you are. And you can have that enemy being negative, universal vibrations, or you can have that enemy being Satan. Whatever the enemy is, whatever the negative, the yin and the yang of this world, they know how powerful you are and how useful you are whenever you are free. So it makes sense to me that you're getting targeted. And I wear that now as a badge of honor. Whenever something attacks my son, when something attacks my husband, my family member, my best friend, I'm like, oh, cool. We're doing something right. We're doing something right. And so I just would want to encourage you, because I know for me, the enemy loves to talk to me about the way that the enemy loves to talk to me is food cravings. And that is a foothold or a stronghold that the enemy can get in my life, in my mind, because then I start talking to him. And then I'm just like hearing, oh, well, Emily, you've had such a bad day and you're just such a good mom and you're so worried about your kid and you're such a good wife. You're so worried about your husband. You deserve a bar of chocolate. You deserve this. You deserve that. And it's literally a lie. It's literally a lie. And it feels so enticing in the moment. I think often about Pinocchio, that one scene where he's just tempted with this and tempted with that. And it feels like so fun. It feels like, oh, yay, all these awesome things are happening. We're playing pool, we're drinking beer, good things are happening. But little did he know that he was walking right into the enemy's trap. So be aware, be vigilant, and know your worth. You have so much power inside of you. And if you were worthless, they wouldn't take the time. They would just be like, oh yeah, Emily's not going to ever do anything. Sarah's not going to ever do anything. Joe's not going to ever do anything. We'll just keep moving. But they know They know you, they know your name, and you are a target. So tap into that power in your inner clarity to know that you can absolutely prevail over this, and your future is better than you could even imagine. I'm so proud of all of you for even being in this meeting today, for being here and showing up for you, for yourself. And I just hope that we can continue to support each other, because we need each other. Oh my goodness, do we need each other? This is nothing that we can do alone. We are stronger together. So thank you guys so much for being here in this meeting. I love you all. All right. We have some more people popping in. Great. Anyone who's just popping in, you can raise your hand if you want to talk, or you can put it in the chat. First, I would love to start with Sydney. Sydney had an update or something that she wanted to share with us. So let me unmute you, Sydney. There we go. Still muted. Can you unmute? There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm bouncing all over here, but I'm doing well. I have been on a new journey, and, I've been really excited. I'm pretty much almost completely animal based. And it's been really great to feel that power without sugar. And the difference between with it and without it. And it's been wonderful to feel kind of like walking through a veil,
Ooh.
The power inside all these different mechanisms in your body that start to work better. Wow, And so I've noticed that, and it's been fabulous for me. And my main food is, and I'm just really telling you, for me, a lot of people can't handle it, but it's eggs.
Good.
And hamburger meat. So the world is open with eggs. I mean, you can make, anything. And so I don't know. It's just been fantastic. And I noticed my skin's gotten shinier, which is lovely. When you're 57, it's like, it's a natural, because, it's a natural collagen button pusher.
Yeah.
Egg can get them in a way that doesn't upset you if you get gassy or whatever. We personally don't, but it pushes a button inside you that makes you want to reproduce your own collagen again. So, and it's been fun to watch it open, and happen. So I'll be catching up with you every week with my progress. Okay. Go ahead.
That I just said, that's incredible, Sydney. What were you going to say?
I lost 5 pounds every day. I mean, a pound a day,
Oh my gosh.
And,
that's
so
amazing.
Remember when I first started with you, I couldn't lose. I was stuck in like this kind of weird deal where I couldn't lose any weight, I never had problems my whole life losing weight. Now I got that button pushed. And so, I blow it sometimes. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I come back now. I'm able to stay back longer. And I'm so excited about my progress. So, and mental too, my mental. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Power time.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's incredible. And I would like for
you routine, sticking with a routine. So I put you up here where I have Saturday Emily. So I make sure no more, I need you. I need this. I need all of you.
You got me, baby. And I also, I wanted to, for the people that don't know you, what was it like before you worked with me?
That's terrible. Don't bring that beast out, baby.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I want people to understand that even if they're in the pit
Food's my heroin. Food's my heroin. You know what I'm saying? Food is my heroin. That's sugar was not food. No, sometimes I'd like to get so full I thought maybe my stomach was gonna pop. No, I like, oh shoot, I'm gonna kill myself just because I can eat 6 cakes. Sorry, that's not fun. It's not.
I hear you.
So, but now, I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting there, and I see it now, and I felt it. That's what I needed. I needed to, be able to get over to that other side, and feel that power of who I really am. Oh, whoa, Emily. Whoa.
You are so powerful. You're one of the most powerful people I've ever met.
Oh. Okay. I'm drama queen. Enough about me. I'm just better. I'm getting better. Okay. So
awesome. And what I love is that you didn't listen to me. You listened to Sydney. You listened
You're my
to
mama.
yourself, but you listened to yourself. When it came down to it, you had to create your own food plan.
Yeah, right. But you helped me get there though.
Yeah, no, I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying the answers weren't within me. They were within you.
Yeah. Whoa. I got off. Well, so I'm, until you get to that veil and you taste that other side of who you really are powerful. Oh, Lordy. And, and you can reverse aging stuff. I'm still going to get older. Let's just face it. You see those wrinkles come? Those aren't going unless I go get Botox. But you know what? I can feel them getting shinier and better. And my brain wants to think about me.
Aww.
My brain wants to think about me. Like, hey, go get yourself something to wear that's hot looking. You're not a mommy at home with 3 kids no more. You can take care of yourself, not just with food. You're not going to just fill all those 6 pieces of cake and, no, you're going to want it though. You are, and you're going to saliva. Like I'm saliving. I constantly saliva, right now. So, but I got a little better for a while. I wasn't saliving so bad, but yeah. So I know, and I got a blood machine. So I test my blood. I have a responsibility. If I really want it, I want it. If I don't, I don't, because the numbers show the truth. That's why I put those sayings that the truth is the truth. Just like the lady that does the egg diet. She even says, don't blame me if it doesn't work, because this works for all body types. If you're not doing it, you're not doing it. Okay, Sydney, you got to do it. And I always have you in my mind. I do. I got the hook, baby.
Thank you, Sydney. Thank you so much. Awesome to hear from you. Awesome. All right. And next up, we have an update from Ricardo. Ricardo, go ahead.
All right. Yes, I wanted to update everyone because I did bring this up a few weeks ago, and you could say I was experimenting and seeing how this would work, and I didn't see results. As a matter of fact, I saw problems occurring, and just wanted to update that the Coimbra protocol is too much vitamin D3. I was taking 50,000 units, and I was told to increase it to 100,000. I was doing acupuncture. I was full of needles all across my body, and all this pain was just popping up and went on for a few minutes. My kidney, and it's likely I have kidney stones, which I'll be checking next week. So I just wanted to update everyone on the Coimbra protocol. Yeah.
Got it. So you had increased your vitamin D significantly.
Yes.
And so you felt that the pain in you said kidney?
The kidney.
That
right below the heart. Yeah.
You felt that was a negative reaction.
Yes.
And so now you've decided to lower your vitamin D.
Yes, back to normal levels. Yeah.
Okay. And you just wanted to update anybody that might be following along.
Yes. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I definitely send you healing thoughts and prayers, because I'm still believing for a miracle for you, Ricardo.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for updating us.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Now Adam has a question. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, I wanted to know about taking enzymes and things before eating meat and possibly getting your ratios of fat to protein better just in terms of it sitting in your stomach. Because I noticed like after a few days of just carnivore, I always get to like this refluxy feeling in my throat, and I just have to stop and start adding more vegetables. And so I'd like to try this 100% carnivore, but my body just isn't having it quite yet.
Yeah, I think it's so important to listen to your body. And there is no one size fits all. And so for me, the answer is more fat, but that is not the answer for everyone. Your answer might be vegetables. Your answer might be something else. And so I really think people get mad at me and Amy. I've heard them, say mean things to Amy whenever we say that it depends and that everyone is on a different path. But I think our work is not to listen to everyone else. Our work is to listen to ourselves and to follow that inner guidance, that inner knowing. As far as enzymes, I personally, for two periods of time, whenever I first started carnivore, and then here recently about, oh goodness, I would say the past 6 months, I've been taking, says it's called super enzymes the brand is Now. And I would take 3 capsules before every meal. I only eat 1 meal a day. So I would eat 3 capsules before my 1 meal every day. And here recently I stopped, because my intuition, my inner knowing was just like, nope, you're done. And so I don't know what that means. I don't know if there was just a shift in my gut biome, and I just didn't need it anymore. But that's a brand that I have used. That's a brand that I have suggested for other clients that they have used that has been helpful. Amy, I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
So, hi, Adam. My first question would be, what were you eating before you kind of went to this lifestyle?
Oh, I'd have to go back to July. And I mean, I was having a smoothie generally every day. And then, I don't know, it was kind of different every day.
Okay, so like standard American diet or more vegan?
No, like conscious, healthy diet, like not strict vegetarian or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that, and there's so many things that could lead to the acid reflux, that acid feeling, but I generally start with explaining how the body works. The reason for most people that they get that acid reflux is that at the very top of your stomach, there's a little flap that should close. And every time you eat something, it allows something to go in, and then it should close back up again to keep the acid down in your stomach. Well, with our diets, it can lower the acid in our stomachs. And so that flap doesn't close all the way because we aren't acidic enough. And for some people, eating too much fat can cause that. For some people, eating too many processed foods, it just really depends. So my husband, for example, he started adding at least a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar every day, about 20 minutes before he would eat his food. So he would just mix it in. He usually does it in like a sparkling water, and he'll drink that down. And that reacidified his stomach enough that now that little flap closes all the way because it knows it has to protect his esophagus. For him, that was more than enough. For some people, it doesn't work. For me, it didn't work. It actually made things 10 times worse. So that's where the enzymes and whatnot can come into play and be more helpful. And so it really depends on why you're having the acid reflux. Is it because you're not acidic enough? And usually when we overwhelm our systems with a lot of protein, our bodies are like, wait, this is way more than you used to give me. And I don't have the ability to break this down. And so it uses up too much of that acid. And then again, your little flap's going to open and what acid is in there is going to kind of creep up. So I always suggest, try to do that first. Try some apple cider vinegar. It's got so many amazing other health benefits. Watch your teeth though, because it can be hard on your teeth. If you're taking just a shot of it, you're going to want to use like a straw. So you bypass your teeth. And then the enzymes that Emily suggested are fantastic. It's kind of a blend of a bunch of them. You can try those. It really depends on what your goals are. You said that you really wanted to be carnivore. You really want to try to give this an all-in go. So apple cider vinegar, most carnivores will accept that and say that it's perfectly fine, because I use it more as medicine. It's a supplement versus, and I know the concept is if you are a good balanced carnivore, you don't need anything. For some people, that is absolutely true. And for other people, the damage to our bodies is too much for food alone to overcome. And having grace with ourselves to go, yeah, food may not be enough, because if food wasn't the only thing to damage you, food may not be the only thing that can fix you. So what do you think? What do you think about that?
Definitely willing to try it. Yeah, I've always got a stock of apple cider vinegar, and I just ordered some enzymes, and I'll compare the ingredients in that one to the one that Emily mentioned as well. And yeah, I want to keep trying it though, because I just want. Hey, you want to turn off the oven? Okay.
That's kind of important.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. We got a chuck roast cooking right now.
Oh yeah, you can't mess that up. You gotta deal with that for sure.
Yep. It's very good. Mm.
Awesome. And then Adam, you had another question.
Yeah, I just wanted to know about your upcoming workshop, the 5-day thing that you're doing. What, like the times specifically that you're going to be.
Awesome. I'm so grateful that you're interested in it, because it's not for everybody. And so that blesses my heart that you're, even interested in it. For anyone that doesn't know, Amy and I are doing a workshop January 16th through the 20th. It is going to be for 1 hour every day, Monday through Friday. And it's going to start at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's noon Eastern Standard Time. That is 10 Mountain Time and 9 a.m. Pacific Time.
And 11 Eastern?
Oh, what?
Isn't it 11 Eastern?
No, you're right. See, that's why I shouldn't be responsible for these things. Okay. It is at 10 a.m. Central. I got to focus. 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain. No.
Yes.
9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific.
Yes.
Numbers don't work for me. I can talk forever, but numbers and math, subtraction and subtraction and addition don't work for me. I should get like a sign, like this is the times.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy.
And Larry added the link in the chat for anyone who wants more information. The link is right there, but it's going to be about the power of prayer and using our own body's ability to communicate with us via muscle testing and tapping into our own subconscious. I'm actually the case study to share with you guys what we've been doing on me since September. The things that have been healed that food couldn't fix, because I tried absolutely every form of food and it didn't work. But this has actually begun the healing on a totally different level. So we're going to be answering questions, talking about the resources that we have been learning from, and kind of going over my journey up to this point. And honestly, if I wasn't a part of it, if I wasn't the one that experienced the healing or whatever said experience was, I wouldn't have believed it. So some of the stuff may be a little bit unbelievable, but we're using it with clients and family and ourselves. And it's been too amazing to shut up and keep it quiet to ourselves. So we finally just said, okay, we have to share this. So that's what happened. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, we are super excited about it. We're super scared about it because there's a lot of responsibility in stepping out and speaking anything whenever people are following you, because sorry, I didn't think I'd get emotional.
I started it this morning and now I gave it to her.
I would rather, like the scripture says, I would rather tie a millstone around my neck and be thrown into the sea than to lead anyone astray. I take this responsibility so seriously to lead this group, to lead my clients, for Amy to lead Carnivore's Angel. I don't want to misstep. I don't want to mess up. And so if there was any way that Amy and I could just sidestep this and say, go read the book yourself, go do whatever you want to do, go find your path, we would. But it is undeniable that Amy and I have to speak out about this. We have to express our truth. And that's all we're doing. We're sharing what actually happened to us. We are not saying that this is your truth and this is the way you need to go. We're expressing our experience. And that's, kind of scary too, because people like to throw rocks at us. But that's okay. That's all right. Because just like I said at the beginning of this meeting, we're a target for a reason, because somebody knows the power that's within us. And I would rather speak out, get rocks thrown at me, and be able to help one person to walk into what they're wanting to walk into, healing, wholeness, and to recognize that they are such a brilliant creation, that they are so amazing and so worth feeling good, so worth thinking productively. So we had a question in the chat, Amy, that said, is anyone else here keto? And I think that's so important to talk about, because yes, my platform has been carnivore. Yes, Amy's platform has been carnivore, but we have changed things. I changed my name on Instagram to Inner Clarity System. I changed my YouTube to Inner Clarity System, and Amy has changed her message. So Amy raised her hand not raised her hand, but she commented in the chat that she is keto. And then someone said, why? What happened? So Amy, can you please answer that question?
Yes. I actually messaged Emily earlier and I told her, I said, I feel like the poster child of what didn't work. And which isn't true, because it did work until it didn't work. I started out keto. I did it to lose weight because I thought that if I could just lose weight, I'd finally be happy. And then I could get off all my depression medications. And little did I know that going keto got rid of all of my depression medications, my symptoms, everything. And I was doing really well until a tragedy struck our family. And looking back, my grief was appropriate, but it made me panic because I thought I was slipping back down into that depression. We had a death in the family of my 14-year-old niece. And I had a 14-year-old daughter at the time and a 16-year-old stepdaughter. And that panic hit of what if this were to happen to them? And it was appropriate for the time, but I was so terrified of going back into that pit, into that hole. And I had heard that carnivore is the ultimate healing diet. So I jumped feet first into carnivore, and it was so super simple. And for 4 months, I was dedicated. I was going to do it because it was going to fix everything. And then my body started to rebel, and my esophagus actually started to close up where I can't swallow. And it tries to make the food go out my nose. Not sustainable. I was down to about 500 calories a day because I was swallowing chunks of food like pills. Was the only way that I could eat. Finally, my husband was like, you have to stop. Like, this is way worse than you being sad about what happened. So I brought some other foods back in, and I've tried every iteration of carnivore for a solid 2 years. And I've tried the high fat, I've tried the high protein, I have tried 1-to-1. I have literally tried everything. I've tried gorging myself. I have tried refraining to only 1,200 calories, everything in the middle. And again, it just wasn't working. And again, my body began to shut down, closes up my throat. I can't swallow anymore. I'm not able to eat. I can't sleep, but then I'm exhausted all the time. My body hurts. So Emily and I finally figured out what I need to eat. And I actually don't share that with anyone anymore because it is using the same method that we will be demonstrating in the workshop. It's simply muscle testing where you tap into my subconscious, and my body vibrating at its own frequency can tell you what it's missing, what foods that vibrate at other certain frequencies are going to supplement it in the way that it needs in a positive way, and which foods are going to hurt me. And y'all, the list was crazy. Like, we were doing work on me, and it actually took us to protein.
We were laughing.
I was in tears. I was like, I know I need, I'm 2 pounds of meat every day. How can I possibly need more protein? The protein on that list was not what either one of us were expecting. But at that point in time, it's like, what do I have to lose? So I did it. I listened. And I implemented those things very slowly to give my gut microbiome a chance to wake up. And now I'm really low carb. Some days I'm actually strict carnivore. Other days I'm implementing these other things. And most of it is based on what is my body asking for, because now I have the ability to actually ask it and listen to what is going to bring me benefit for this day, at this meal, at this time. And that has really made all of the difference. So that is why I'm not carnivore anymore, because my body said, nope, that's just all there is to it. Kevin asked, the muscle testing, were you doing it by myself or was I working with a practitioner? Funny. I can't always get the answers for myself. Sometimes and I think it's funny. Sometimes my answer is yes, sometimes it's no. And sometimes it's this kind of wiggly in between. Like, I'll start swaying back and forth if I'm doing the sway test or the arm test, the muscle strength test. It'll be like, and it's bizarre. It's almost like I'm not going to tell you. So I have found I generally have to go through Emily, or actually my daughter. I can ask her and she can do the muscle testing on me, and that will be an accurate answer. And I can ask my daughter and Emily, and it'll be the same answer from both of them. But if I do it, it's like, I'm not going to tell you. I think I get too much in my own way, but some people are able to do it for themselves. So it really, I know it depends. I'm sorry. As always.
And we didn't anticipate that at all. I have had other clients that I have shared this with. I have done this method with, and they were able to do it on their own right away. Some clients, there was some sort of a blockage, and I had to do the heavy lifting, and I had to get them to the place where they were clear enough to be able to do it on their own. To be really transparent and really honest, I don't understand why Amy can't do it. I just don't. Like, I just don't know. But we are just being obedient. We are being obedient, and we are trusting whatever God puts before us. I don't expect you guys to understand this. I really don't. I just want you to listen. I just want you to listen and to hear our heart, and to hear us. And we are going to record these meetings. So if you can't come to it live, you are going to be emailed a recording. If you do register for this meeting, check your spam folder. I've had a lot of people say they didn't get their email confirmation, and all you got to do is check your spam or your promotions folder, and it's in there. I believe it comes from something about Inner Clarity System. So just search your email for Inner Clarity System. And then, Jackie had a great comment in here. She said, now I can't find it. Oh, Emily, it is a woo-woo concept, and people just need to do it with an open mind. Give it a chance. You and Amy are so brave. And even if you reach just one person who is suffering, I feel it is worth your scary. Thank you so much. Jackie, did you want to say something about that?
Well, I can say that, the first time I heard about this muscle testing was at the New Jersey meetup at the Carnivore Doctors meetup. Yeah. And a friend of mine, Vicki Kempker, did it and showed it. And it was just amazing. She did it with standing up and asking yourself questions, and you would
sway test.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I videotaped her doing it so I could share it with other people. And then you had with the pendulum thing, and it seems way powerful that way. And I can say that I honestly could feel that something was different about that. The sway test thing, yes, but you can do that on the fly while you're driving. Should I go this direction or should I go that direction? And you can ask yourself, you can do a pinch test. I mean, there's many ways, but what really struck me is this is truly your inner clarity. To me, this is not asking, hey, Emily, what should I eat? What should I do? What should I do? It's yourself, your body, because you only know you. And why my mind is blocked to knowing this, and I have to ask this way, but it's fine because it helps me to figure out what should I do? Because there's so many people and advice and carnivores. And I'm listening to everybody. And I think it was Amy who said, have the video stop, just stop. And that really stopped me, Amy, because I was like all in, everybody. And I was getting myself confused. And quite honestly, the month of November and December, I think I, just tanked myself. I gained weight. I didn't feel good. I got kind of depressed and everything. But Emily, you helped me get out of that and back on track with this woo-woo thing that I said, okay, I'll listen. We'll do.
Well, and what I love is you trusted me. You were like, This is crazy. I've had another client. She was like, this is bizarre. But if anyone else was telling me about this, I wouldn't listen. But it's you, Emily. So I'm going to listen.
Exactly my thought too, because I feel that your heart, I could feel your heart and your passion for helping people. It's not about influencing the millions. It's more about helping that one person who is struggling in life, which was me. And now I'm not. Look at, I'm back. I feel like I'm saying, I'm back, people. I'm not all lost. I felt like I was lost in all the advice and all the people and all the different things. I like to listen to, which, by the way, Kevin, thank you for sharing the link to your interview, because I like to listen to things while I'm working and cleaning house and whatnot. And it's great to have. So I have on my notes, watch next list. And I just put that on the list so I can listen, but it helps to keep my mind, focused on my goals and stuff. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Awesome.
Thank you for helping me with the woo-woo.
You are more than welcome. Thank you for being open to that. I really appreciate it. That means so much to me. And I can't tell you how many clients and family members I've had that are just like, this is weird, but it worked. I had a client yesterday who literally at the end of the woo-woo, we get a processing time, and her processing time was 48 hours. And she was at work having a horrible day. And then all of a sudden she just felt this heaviness lift. And she was just like, like I can think again. I can breathe again. I'm good. I've got hope and she looked at the clock, and it was exactly 48 hours from the session. And I was like I got goosebumps. I was like, what is this? Like, what? This is just weird. This is just absolutely weird. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are excited about it. Anything else you wanted to add, Amy?
No. Do we have time for Andia to give us an update?
Yeah. Andia, go.
Yeah, threw you under the bus. I love you.
I just messaged it to Amy basically, but
you don't have to share it all. Just share whatever you want to share.
No, I have to share it eventually.
Place.
I have to share it eventually. So Carnivore was not working for me, and in the last couple of months, I've been scared to kind of tell my support group and this group, because I don't know, because most people eat keto and carnivore, but I'm eating ancestrally because like kind of the same things that you guys are talking about. And like, I don't know, I'm doing it. I'm working with a homeopath, and I have not had any issues. And like I was telling her yesterday, like, I don't know why, but my body wants beets, and typically I stay away from high oxalate foods. And she's like, just eat the freaking beet. Like, just eat the beet. And so I bought beets last night, so I'm going to test that out. But it's weird. Like, and it's very simple. It's basically just eating seasonally. And it's not like 2 of my meals are carnivore, and I am so grateful that I did carnivore for so long. And because I have so many skills and I have meals that I know I love and that are super nutrient dense, but it's really about just being really nutrient dense and only eating things that are local to me, and they have to be in season. So if I eat winter squash is something that I've incorporated back, and my body just feels so much better, you guys. But I was having like shame because I'm like, oh no, I'm not carnivore anymore. But
this is not meth.
Right.
Winter squash is not meth.
Right.
There's a big difference. Big difference.
No, for sure. I just have been like, oh,
you're not a failure
when I tell them I'm doing this. But yeah, most everything else it's still fat and meat. But I get to put a lot of fat on those winter squash and the beets or whatever it happens to be. and just incorporating basically that one, like I usually eat it at lunch. So I have like the day to kind of
process it,
whatever carbs I'm eating. But also in the past, like when I would like relapse, on sugar or whatever, I would sweat so bad, you guys. I would be like needing to get a towel, like if I woke up in the night, because carbs would make me sweat so much in my sleep. And that's not happening. So it's just like my body is signaling to me that, if for right now anyway, that it's what I should be doing. So that's my update. Thank you for being supportive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm just so grateful. I wish we could have another title besides Carnivore. And so that we could all just retire our Carnivore cards and just have, I am Emily. I'm on the Emily diet. I am Amy. I'm on the Amy diet. I'm Andea. I'm on the Andea diet. Because there's so much to it. And I love this comment that, first Larry put in the chat. He said, Emily is still the most radical carnivore I know. And I am. I really don't know anyone else who eats the way that I do. I eat beef from a regenerative grass-fed farm, and I eat it raw and frozen, and I eat beef fat from another grass-fed farm. And that's it, y'all. And water. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink honey. I don't drink anything else. And so for me to like say that carnivore doesn't work, I can't say that. I absolutely can't say that. Because it has worked. It is still working for me. But I also believe that it is not necessarily a sign of health that I can only tolerate two foods, beef and beef fat. And I think it's also a little bit about my laziness, that I really like everything very simple. And the idea of me going and sourcing a clean winter squash and then cooking it and then cleaning up after it, like that's a lot of work to me. So maybe my central nervous system just needs a minute to reincorporate other things. But I also love the comment in the chat, and I really want everybody to hear this. Tom said, on the opposite side of the scale, carnivore has completely worked for me and continues so. I will be 1 year on February 5th. I have a long list of things that is fixed. I follow Amy and Emily so I can stay tuned to the changes that may come along in the future. Tom, is there anything that you wanted to add to that? Because we need both sides of the story.
Yeah, it's I hear a lot about the carnivore card. And when I first was doing my research on this, I kept hearing saying, no, you're not carnivore. People would say you're not carnivore because you tried fruit or whatever. But I look at carnivore as in the keto category. It's keto. And it all depends. You have keto where you're eating 40 carbs or less, or 60 carbs or less, or 20 carbs or less. And you have to figure out where it fits you. And for me, I do carnivore only. I don't do any vegetables at all, no fiber, and I haven't had any problems. I've got a long list of things that I fixed. I wasn't able to fix the bypass I had to have, of course, but I lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 4.7. Lost 75 pounds. My A1, I think I'm no longer taking testosterone medication. I used to have to do androgel for testosterone, low T. I don't take that anymore. I used to be on the CPAP. I can't even keep it on now. So I think that I can actually not stop using that. So I'm off all my blood pressure medications, and I feel bad. And I know that I've had skin issues that have been corrected. And I feel bad when I hear that other people have different issues that they haven't been able to take care of, whatever. But I stay on your channel, and I listen to Amy's videos because there's things that you guys have experienced that if it comes along and I notice something, I say, hey, I remember Amy talking about this, and that's probably why this is happening. So that's the reason why I stay here. And you guys are the ones that have dealt with the most issues, and that and I really respect that, and I'm glad so the things that you've overcome, and that's why I actually, Emily, you were one of the first videos I ever watched. Your interview with Michaela Peterson was the first one. Barry, the second video I ever watched. The first one was Michaela's video. The second one was the one where she interviewed you and others. And so that's how I found my way to you, and of course then to Amy. So, and of course Jackie, at the New Jersey meetup. So it's all come to a head here, and it's almost a year, and I can't tell you how much I love you guys and how good I feel right now. So thank you for what you do. And I just signed up for your workshop. So while you guys were talking, I was doing my credit card. So we're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. I can't imagine this meeting without you. I'm so grateful for your support continually. And whenever Amy and I went live the other day and you were there, I just was like I felt like I had family there with me, because it was so scary to be on that live, because we don't do that very often.
I was at work, but it was worth coming in and listening to you guys. So
awesome. Thank you so much. So much. All right. Well, I think that's the meeting. I thank you guys so much for being here. And I want us to just continue to have the conversation like Andia knew she could have, that wherever you're at on this journey, you are welcome and you are safe here. Thank you so much for being transparent and honest with me, and I will continue to do the same. I love you guys. Have a great Saturday. Bye.